What's going on, everyone? American and Leeds, the American and Leeds YouTube and Spotify channel. My name is Alex Simon. We're going to do a little 10 minutes here, a little 10-minute Sunday check-in. Hope you are well. As I said, I'm going to be popping in probably once a week in the summer. I think it's going to be a slow summer, not in terms of necessarily the signings. I mean, we could probably get upwards of 10 bodies. I just think it's going to be slow to ramp up. All right. So we know some stuff as of today. We know that Tottenham are going to be in the Champions League. They won the Europa. So I think Daniel Levy's got an idea of where he wants to be on the Solomon front. There'll be some more, I think, crystallization about what's going to happen there. If you look at Ange, the way Ange kind of is answering questions and then also kind of just pondering life on the sidelines, Ange will, that decision I think is looming. They did 17th is very harsh to land, and getting thumped by Brighton after winning a European tournament might scratch front office and executive and board heads at Tottenham. Anyways, all to say that the Solomon deal, again, I think will be a few more weeks away. So want to talk about the window. I want to talk about some Premier League headlines. And then I want to talk about, prep my audience for the fact that it's going to be a long and patient summer. Not a bad way, a good way. Again, my name's Alex Simon. Apologies for the red. My son played soccer today, and he's on the red team. That's all we have. We've got red team, blue team, green team, yellow team. So they don't necessarily have names. But anyways, I am Leeds. He is Leeds, and he knows he is Leeds. All right, so summer window. Look, the summer window is not, it opens June 1st. For those, and you can look this up, go to google.com. When does the window open? Okay, I'm getting reports back from google.com and other sources that it won't open until June 16th. That's 3 weeks away. It's not opening. Oh, it opens on the 1st. Wait a second. It opens June 1st for the Club World Cup teams. Okay, so the Club World Cup teams get a head start on this transfer window. From basically what I can see, that's Man City and Chelsea and a bunch of other European teams. But in England, it's those two teams, really. So we will have to wait a few more weeks, I think, for the official opening. And the way Leeds United like to move, they like to move, of course, in silence. So my first question to you is, will we break our record signing? Of course, it was Rio Ferdinand in 2000, and then it was Rodrigo in 2020 with 30 million, and then of course Jorginho Ruter in 2022-23 of 40 million £40.5. Will we break it? I think we have to. I think we quite honestly have to. But that record signing will not be coming out. That's a big chunk of change. That could be upwards of half to a third of our transfer value, our transfer budget. But I do think we need a big time signing, and we will probably have to overpay. In many ways, the Jorginho Ruter overpay was necessary, and so was Rodrigo. Rodrigo was an overpay, but we're going to be in a relegation scrap. And of course, there'll be exit clauses. There has to be. That's how the 49ers will operate. There will be, I don't know if you'll see the loan exit clauses, but you will see classic kind of exit clauses in there. Okay. So yes or no, that's my first question to you. Will we break our transfer record? I think we will, but it will be late. Okay. All right. So we talked about Solomon. We talked about the transfer record. Let's go to the rumor mill right now, which is quiet. And there's not much to talk about. Firpo and Byram, of course, on the retain list. I like them for depth. Again, you can't look everything at the prism of are they Premier League? Are they Premier League? We will need depth this season. Don't kid yourself. I know there's less games, but suspensions happen, injuries happen. I mean, we don't have to look back at PTSD of the Premier League and having a super thin squad. We don't want that. And we don't want to put a U21 player in an uncomfortable position. So let's just put square pegs in square holes and do that. Okay, so Firpo and Byram, I expect them both to re-sign. Again, good depth. Will they be? Don't judge the window. I've been talking about this if you followed me for the past few years. Don't judge 49ers windows until they're pencils down. Okay, and that means, unfortunately, you have to wait until September 1st to really judge a window. Okay, we know that Sheffield United are staying down in the championship. The ham sandwich is staying down. So will we poach some of their players, some of that low-hanging fruit? I think so. Now, people are saying Gustavo Hammer, Michael Cooper. Out of those two, Cooper. Give me Cooper. We need a goalie. Okay? Gustavo Hammer, I got a little bit of an axe to grind. Gustavo Hammer cannot go 75 minutes in a championship game. His minutes have been managed all season long. Your season is on the line in the championship final. Your season's on the line at Wembley, and you go off at minute 70. I can find players, you can find players, I can find all that will literally, if their leg was broken, that would be the only way they would get subbed off. I don't know what's going on with Gustavo Hammer, if he's got some sort of joint issues. I don't know. Knee issue. What's happening? I don't know. Some sort of thing. But when you are not fit enough to compete at the championship level, when your season's on the line, the whole 46 match weeks or whatever you had to do to get to that point, you can't even go any further in minute 70. That is a red flag for me. So I kind of am staying away from Gustavo Hammer, comma, I might pause. If the price is right and you have Gustavo Hammer for 70 minutes and you're getting the best out of him, we're playing once a week usually. You know, we don't have any European football or anything like that. The schedule's a little bit lesser there. And then you have Aronson on for the last 30. Maybe that could work, but there's not a lot of depth there. Again, I would be scared to start the season with Gustavo Hammer and Brendan Aronson as my number 10. And I would be very scared if my only number 10 option was Gustavo Hammer or my only option was Aronson. So maybe that pair would work well. But even then. Okay, Simicus, there's some people in my kind of world on the internet that are starting to really say that Simicus is real. I would just pump the brakes. I think he can play. I think he should be playing. And I think he would be an excellent addition to our back line. You can't have enough fullbacks and you can't have enough people with Premier League experience in this squad. Simicus is played top flight football, played for Liverpool, played for a huge club. I don't think the shirt would be too big for him. I just warn people because, again, I have PTSD from Rodrigo de Paul, and I can share Rodrigo de Paul horror stories. I've actually retweeted a couple because, you know, I just remember I was about to buy Rodrigo de Paul's jersey from Leeds United and put DePaul on it. Look, James Marshman, understand Rodrigo de Paul will sign for Leeds. Fabrizio Romano, Leeds are still in talks with Rodrigo de Paul. Fabrizio Romano is tweeting it. If the bid is right, he will join LUFC. Transfer-wise, here's Phil Hay, a very respected journalist for The Athletic. Transfer-wise, Leeds' interest in Rodrigo de Paul remains serious. Financially, they can do it if De Paul is keen to go to a club where he'll be the main player. We also are eyeing center back options for Bielsa. Okay? Marshman, personal terms agreed. competition for Milan is gone. I mean, I thought it was, I was waiting for the here we go. I was waiting for the here we go and the jersey. So everybody on all these transfers, and again, until it's signed, you see documentation from the club, it's not done. It's not done yet. So I just warned my audience to be prepared for that, because we are clickbaity. We are Leeds United, and we will get everybody and their dog rumored to come with us. Okay, last little bit. I guess I'll just kind of rapid fire some stories that are coming out. Of course, Sunderland joined Leeds United. Jude Bellingham on the video call with his brother Job there. Sunderland, another big club. Will they have the pockets to compete? Manchester United are falling apart. Now Garnacho leaves, another Manchester United, I think, academy product, as well as Onana. Onana might, I questioned him, but I mean, he might be a goalkeeper that could be okay for us. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Eriksson and Lindelof and Johnny Evans say goodbye and will be leaving on free agency. I think Eriksson might be cooked. I think he might be done. I think he's maybe go to the MLS. Lindelof, I'm not saying that right. He would be a player that I might want to take a look at. Again, we are going to need some experienced players. We just are. I mean, if you look at it, we're going to be in a scrap. Week 1, scrap. Match week 1, scrap. And, if we want to knock off Manchester United, like Ruben Amorim, I'm not sure I'm saying that correct, the manager there, but we're going to have to knock off, right, Manchester United. We're going to have to knock off West Ham, somebody there. Bruno Fernandes, of course, will be coming back for these scummers. Now, look, Enzo Maresca, he is going to be playing Champions League football with Chelsea, or he's going to be managing it. Here's my thoughts on him. Daniel Farke took 6 points off of him in the championship. They had similar leveled squads. When Daniel Farke has the talent, I think he can be competitive at this level. I know we have a very small sample size, but look at what Daniel Farke beat Man City with Norwich. So let's not just, I know there's a lot of people that are Farke out on my channel. We don't know what Daniel Farke is capable of. Hopefully the club backs him. Okay. Marco Silva will be back at Fulham. Fulham's going to be a complete nightmare for both us and Sunderland to play, which sounds funny, but it's not. Fulham are well organized and well financed. Of course, Villa will be protesting and, doing everything under the sun, I'm sure, to complain to the English refs, the Premier League, and the I don't know, whoever's charge of the English refereeing. Why is the refereeing in the Premier League so bad? Are they really that handcuffed by VAR? Pochettino, again, is another one that I think is interesting. Will he stay? Will he go? You win a European trophy and then proceed to get absolutely thumped by Brighton in your final home game 4-0. I mean, what the heck is that about? So I think, Daniel Levy will be looking hard, quite honestly, at that situation until it's done. Jack Grealish is the English golden boy, the golden child, likes to party a little bit, cannot get into the Manchester City side. He will be probably revitalizing his career somewhere. I don't know where that'll be. Will it be in Europe? Will it be in England? I would imagine the lad stays in England, but maybe not. Maybe he wants to go to Spain and party and play 3 serious games a year. I don't know, but it'll be one to watch. Will Leeds get him? No, probably not. I can't imagine that happening. But I do expect the 49ers to pull some rabbit out of their hat. And of course, there it is. These are the teams that will be playing in extra games in Europe: Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs. You would think most of those, except for Spurs, is well equipped. That's 6 teams playing in the Champions League from England. But you'll think that all of them except for Spurs are well equipped to play those extra games. Villa and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is one that you might want to target because I don't know how big their squad is, and Nottingham Forest. It'll be interesting to see how Forest plays with extra games. Of course, finishing a disappointing 7th. I think a lot of Forest fans thought that they were going to cruise into the Champions League places, but we'll see. They might be in a scrap again next year. Hopefully we can drag them into one. Quite honestly, I'll be no love lost for Nottingham Forest. Those are my thoughts, my Sunday thoughts. What say you about everything I said? Kind of a rapid fire evening. But yeah, punchline is, I've said it last week, I'm saying it to you this week. Patience. It's going to be a long window. We could get upwards of 10 bodies, but I expect 3 or 4 of them maybe before Man United, 3 to 4, and not like really sexy names like Firpo, Byram, just low-hanging fruit kind of signings. Again, Jack Harrison, it's going to be slow to move. You're going to see basically the same squad for that Man United game, that friendly. That's my time. Alex Simon. Like, comment, subscribe.